with the part 2 without Kim. Me and Mike Sosa. Psych Moza. It's almost synonymous. The sound, the verbalage.
Transpose the first letter.
Yeah, transpose. Now, what make you come up with that idea, Mike?
That was what Joey used to call me. As a matter of fact, on the first record, the first time we were ever on a record was a Barricaded Suspects compilation, and he put my name as Psych Moza. Kind of like Joe Strummer did with Terry Chimes, made him Tory Crimes. Really
that's pretty clever right there. Yeah.
Well, he called me Psych, just transpose that.
Yeah, this is Transpose Mike, sitting in Janky's chair today. He brought some vinyl in, as he did yesterday, but Kim was taking over. She was basically running the show yesterday.
TVOD.
Yeah. TVOD. Okay. We brought some. We got some really cool vinyl, and you brought the Mad Parade ones that I just love to hear because I haven't heard it in so long.
I was gonna play some cuts for like the first punk records I got in like 1979.
Let's do it.
1980. Yeah. I remember buying this record at a little record store in La Habra. By my buddies had moved there, and I bought this record 1980. And boy, looking at this cover, his big sister.
Did you buy it brand new, or was this a used record
one.
store?
This is brand new. This record was brand new.
Did you ever go to Pooh Bah's in Pasadena?
Yeah, sure.
Yep, because that's where I got all my used records.
What I was going to say is his older sister was like tripping out on this. Like, who are these people?
Man, who are these people? What are their names?
They look scary.
Their names are John, Exene, DJ, and Billy. That could only be X from Los Angeles. Wait, whoa, I gotta, hold on. 1 second. Let me plug in the
Take 2.
turntable. Okay, now we're good. We're going to play a few songs off of here. Oh, listen to that crackly, beautiful sound, crispy, crackly sound of the vinyl, of the needle on the turntable.
Oh, yeah.
And this is X.
We're going to play 2. This one's for Brian Jones, but I used to jam this song with him in the garage.
You bought a sterilized hypo. To shoot a sex machine drug. It got 24 hours. Shoot off all his between the legs. 96 tears through 24 hours. Sex once every hour. Johnny hit and run, Polly. 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 LA bus doors open, kicking both doors open. When arrested on 6th Street, that's when they drug a girl inside. He was spreading her legs and didn't understand dying. He was still awake. Johnny hit and run, Polly. Johnny hit and run, Polly. Johnny hit and run, Polly. Johnny hit and run, Polly.
Go, Billy.
Listen to this.
When he was waking up beside the bed, he found clumps of hair. The last Pauline would cooperate. She wasn't what you call living, really. She was still awake. Johnny hit and run, Polly. Johnny hit and run, Polly. Johnny hit and run, Polly. Johnny hit and run, Polly.
And that was X off their first album. And that was released in 1980. Look how young they look on the picture. I'm just looking at the back cover of this album, and and we were younger than that, and they look so old to us when we were kids, man. Did DJ, when you discovered this band, did he influence you a lot on the drums?
That's a good story. I was telling you about that show at Glen Helen when I was lucky enough to be the drummer for Sham 69 for a month.
I couldn't believe that. Check this out. Mike Sosa here, got to play in Sham 69 from England. Oh, they're from Ireland, right?
Oh, they're from England.
They're from England? Yeah, they've been around. There's like one of the first group of
Yeah, well, at that show, it just so happened like a Bone Breaks band was playing right after his solo band, and I got to use his drums, and I
wow, that was his kit. That picture I saw you.
I was telling him like what a big influence he was on me and everything, and yeah, he's a real cool guy.
Now, how did this happen? How did you get to play with Sham 60? How do you know these guys?
Well, my buddy Kenny from up north, they asked him, the drummer couldn't get a visa, and
wow, that's why, huh?
It was such an honor. I mean, my buddy Kenny had a line on it, and he had an ad on Facebook, you know, who has time to do this tour for a month, and all these people were all applying or whatever, and then I said, hey, I just got laid off. I got time, and he says, you really can do it, and then he says, position filled. And I was just
that is great. You didn't have to audition or anything, huh?
It was crazy. You know, I knew those songs since I was a kid. Most of them, there were a few new ones that they were doing that I wasn't familiar with, but yeah, I knew most of those songs. I rehearsed them in my studio in the back that I used to have in my old house, and I landed in Jersey. They picked me up. We crashed at a hotel. The next morning, we rehearsed once and played the first show that night. It was just insane.
Wow. So, yeah, and you're meeting these guys for the first time?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just like, oh, you're our drummer. How cool is that, man? I mean, were you nervous?
Well,
I mean,
Not really. I mean,
I mean, these
I
guys.
knew those songs. I
And
love
how
those
long
songs.
ago is this? Because these guys been making records. They've been a band since
Two summers ago.
since what, 77?
I brought this one in. Let's see.
Let's show the cover. It's called Hersham Boys, Sham 69. The Adventures of Hersham Boys. Get it? Okay, Sham 69. And they're all dressed up like Clint Eastwood and firing guns and cowboys. Jim turned to the face of the rest of his weary warriors, then faced his own face by looking straight ahead. This was the final assault. No surrender. Just the way they arrived. Sham burst in and out. That's the way the story goes, folks, and it always will, said Jim, and he smiled. The end. What a great album. And this was, what year was this? 1979. Was the bass player a lefty?
No, Chagana's not.
So close to the city, we ain't got much choice. Council estates or tower blocks, wherever you live, you get the knocks. But the people round here, they are so nice. Stop being false and take our advice. Hersham boys, laced up boots and corduroys. Hersham boys, they call us the Cockney Cowboys. It's down to the up for the local girls. They're not beauty queens.
He's like, slow it down.
Slow it down. These guys are great. I've always loved these guys.
We're alright. Hersham boys, laced up boots and corduroys. Hersham boys, they call us the Cockney Cowboys. Dig away, Chevy. It's a mad town slasher. That's where I go now. Take the leg. Now, mate. Hey? Now, mate. Hersham boys, laced up boots and corduroys. Hersham boys, they call us the Cockney Cowboys. Hersham boys, laced up boots and corduroys. Hersham boys, they call us the Cockney Cowboys. Hersham boys, laced up boots and corduroys. Hersham boys, they call us the Cockney Cowboys. Hersham boys, laced up boots and corduroys. Hersham boys,
See how good I do this.
they call us the Cockney, call us the Cockney Cowboys.
And that was Hersham Boys by Sham 69, all the way from England. How fun is that, man, to play in one of the bands that you grew up listening to?
Free as we are born, we're told what to
Loved it.
say and do. But
Taste the
Questions and answers.
Yes, no, you can't, but you
was awesome. Let's hear it for Sham 69 from the album Hersham Boys from 1979. Great artwork. You have Centerfold magazine. What label, what record company is this on? Polydor Records. Back in the days when you had to get record contracts for vinyl to press a record. Big record executives back in big record days.
Those were different times.
Those days are gone forever. I want to mention here on Facebook real quick. I posted that picture, the Mad Parade flyer, Mike. So my friend Noel,
That's a
Noel
40,
Jason
that's a
Scott,
45.
this horror actor I know who's been on my show. He says, I remember Mad Parade back in 89 and 90. The Bill the singer used to rent movies at my work at Music Plus.
Music Plus.
Remember that place, Music Plus? Our
That's a 45. See, that's a funny story behind that.
yeah, what,
single.
now that's a 45 record.
Yeah.
It looks like a flyer for off a telephone pole.
That's the back cover of the 45.
Wow, that's the back cover. How many songs were on there?
2.
Do you still have that record?
Interestingly enough, it was very difficult to get because we were on Toxic Shock Records at that time, and
Oh, Toxic Bill. I remember Toxic Bill.
evidently he didn't think that the first record and the tour was reaping enough money or whatever. So he put that out unbeknownst to us. We didn't even know. And if you see at the bottom there, it says the what does it say?
Rapid Return.
Something about. It's the go down lower, I think.
Let's see. Oh, Easy Come, Easy Go.
Yeah, that's easy come, easy go. Like he just wanted to make some extra money. I didn't even know that was out. And Joey gave me a copy of it for my 50th birthday. So
Wow.
that's impossible to find. I don't.
You didn't bring it, did you?
No.
Two collectible songs. Is it on regular vinyl or colored?
Just regular vinyl. Bill Toxic wasn't going to spend any extra money to.
Oh, he didn't want to spend any money on colored vinyl.
The record actually says on the label of the record.
Yeah.
It says tour van receipt or whatever, like to pay for the van that he sent us on tour with. You know.
Yeah. Oh, cool, man. Yeah. Thanks for that comment there, Noel. So what do you got? We got some colored vinyl on the turntable now.
Yeah, we just saw these guys a couple months back. They played this song.
The Dickies. They are so huge in England, and what I like now
I
is
remember a
that
buddy of mine at school got me into the Dickies. His name was Todd Beaver, and his brother had a bunch of the singles, and I just they did Nights in White Satin and what were the singles that he had?
mine was the Ape You Big Gorilla was the 10-inch EP.
All right, then we'll play that one first.
Oh, you have that? You have that record? That song. Now, here are the Dickies, and we got more Dickie stories for you. Here they are. You drive me ape, you big gorilla.
Hey, don't look at
They
me.
played both of these songs.
Looking at you.
I'm looking at you.
You got it, hey. That big gorilla. You got it, hey, hey. I wanna jam. Swinging around from every town to town. I swing around and I never been down. It is a jungle down in this land. Every time I look at you, I go, hey, you got it, hey. That big gorilla. You got it, hey, hey. I wanna tell you. Yeah,
who knows?
Okay, if you want, we got a contest. Who left the band first of the original members? Was it Carlos Caballeros, the drummer, or was it Billy Club, the bass
love this
player?
song.
You call in and you tell us. First person that calls in wins a prize. 909-360-8330.
909-360-8330.
I might get wet, but I'm gonna be alive. It only costs $3 to prove my masculinity. But when I'm riding, I'm free. I'm on the water side. I'm on the water side. I'm on the water side. We want big guys. I'm in the shade, I'm gonna do for you. But in the end, I want to bend you. The left of the finish has to be for every ride. But if I'm last to let me slide, slide on the water side, slide on the water side, slide on the water side. What they got? I'm on the water side. I'm on the water side. I'm on the water side. What they got? I'm on the water side. I'm on the water side. I'm on the water side. What they got? I'm on the water side. Yeah, I'm on the water side. Come on, I'm on the water side. What they got? I'm on the water side. Go down backwards on the water side. They fall on the water side. What they got? I'm on the water side. Name six on the water side. I'm getting wet on the water
And that was Water Slide by the incredible Shrinking Dickies.
Yeah, if you're on a water slide, your dicky may shrink.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good morning, Dan. By the way, God, I didn't really. My intro was just like really. It was off balance, man. I really didn't know what to do. Janky is not here. He's out on the street selling oranges, man. He's got to make some money. And I would like a chunk of that money myself. Put in
little
my gas
commission.
tank. So we got Mike Moza, Psych. No, wait. Mike Sosa, Psych Moza. Oh, man. Say that fast 5 times. You can't do it.
Say it fast one time.
Drummer of Mad Parade and drummer for a whole month on Sham 69. What a privilege, man. How cool to play with your punk rock heroes.
Yeah, that was, I mean, just one of those things that just,
And you were playing big stadium. That was a big outdoor. I mean, there were thousands of people. What was the biggest? How many people?
it was 35, there were 35,000 people there at that show.
You-
That was the first that It's Not Dead Fest. Yeah, Glen Helen. That
Okay.
was the last show of the tour. And yeah, it was a different experience because, I mean, I've been on tours before and, everybody's fighting over the beds and who's going to, one room and some people sleeping out in the vehicle. And this tour, everybody had their own bed. Everybody had their own room, meals. I mean, it was just. It was.
And you
amazing.
guy had the punk rock lifestyle
It
tour.
It was the big time. I got to experience that once.
Now that 35,000 people. That's a lot of people, man. I
When
mean,
it got bigger, we kind of were like. I was. It was funny. I was teasing Mike Palm and Perry, saying this is the first time you guys ever had to open for me in Agent Orange. They played right before Sham. And,
I mean, God, what a rush. I don't know what to do. If I look out and just see a sea of people, I mean, what a rush to play in front of that many people. I mean,
yeah, it was amazing. But I've told people before, they ask about that. It's easier because you're in a small club and there's like half a dozen people there. or
everybody's
something.
mad dogging you.
You can see everybody making eye contact, but then that's what that old hippie Zeppelin song. He's talking about the ocean. I was playing in front of the ocean, man.
Yeah.
People
You're
You can't
playing
make-
in
you
an
can't
ocean,
see
and they're all
anybody.
looking at you. They're
But
all
you
focused
really
on
can't,
the stage.
You really can't see any individual. It's just
No, you see a sea of people, but
I
they're
saw
all
Nugget out there.
they're all looking at you, dude. And it's like, wow. I can't wait till
Yeah.
Roger Rackett plays in front of 35,000 people.
I don't know how much people the observatory holds in Orange County,
Yeah?
but when I was on stage with my band, the Yeasty Boys, there was a ton of people there, and I got nervous.
Well, yeah.
And the lights are bright, and my makeup's melting because I'm dressed as a clown,
yeah.
and my makeup's melting, and I'm like, ah.
Look at all these people. What do I do?
Exactly.
I told my buddy Greg I was going to plug his band Sticky Doll. I was in that band for 10 minutes. I think we did like 3 shows. One of them at the Black Light and one of them out in
Blacklight District
in Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Yeah.
The Dirty Priest are playing there Saturday.
Good old Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy James. In fact, I got have you got their CD?
I have one of the older ones. I'm not sure.
No, I got a CD for you. I got one of them. I'll give you one.
Cool. Well, what I was saying though, I played with that band Sticky Doll for a while. This next song we covered with them, and they do a lot of cover songs.
Oh, here we go. Oh, one of my favorite.
Yeah, they're
yes,
really
we
good band.
remember.
They still play, and he's
Wendy O. Williams.
He's living out in Yucca Valley now, so they're doing a lot of shows out there. But yeah, it was a great experience playing with them, and go see them if you get a chance. There's a lot of fun, punk rock and roll.
Now we're gonna listen to the Plasmatics featuring Wendy O. Williams.
Oh.
I seen them with this original lineup here. Butcher baby.
There we go.
That was the Plasmatics.
It's still the Plasmatics.
Still the Plasmatics.
Wendy ain't done yet.
They ain't done yet. Here's Richie Scott doing his guitar solo.
Did you see them? Weren't they on Fridays or what was that show? I saw the Clash on Fridays too. But yeah, that had to be the early '80s. What year did that record come out? What year did that record come out? Oh yeah, now.
Ain't stepping, ain't where the fuck. I need some more plasmatics.
I need some more duct tape.
I need some more. We're gonna listen to Squirm live. I've seen this band when the Plasmatics came to L.A. I hung out with this photographer, Tom Jameson. He used to do a lot of photos for them, and a lot of other bands. And we had passes for every show. And Rod Swenson, their manager, he would get us in free at all Perkins Palace down the Whiskey. We seen her blow shit up on stage, saw a chainsaw guitar on stage, of light things on fire. Back in the days when you could do that, they had pyrotechnics, blew a hood off a Cadillac. Gonna make you squirm. That was Squirm live by the Plasmatics. Oh, man. Boy, those were fun days. Wendy O. Williams.
Yeah, they were.
You never seen them, Dan? Did you ever see them live?
No, I didn't. I only saw them on MTV when MTV used to actually play videos.
Yeah. When Wendy Williams was jumped out of a car from a car to the helicopter.
Yeah.
And then it went off a ramp and it crashed through about 150 televisions.
Yeah. No, those were the days. No, I never saw him live.
Okay, I have a fun.
Whoa, he's pulling out a band from Chrysalis Records label. On Chrysalis Records.
Is that Blondie?
This is Blondie. This is Parallel Lines. And with a young Clem Burke on there, Nigel Harrison from Silverhead, Jimmy Destry, and who's this other guy?
I have a funny story about that. Do you know that band that Clem Burke was in recently? It's like an all-star band.
Yeah, I seen them. I met them. In fact, I saw a picture of you and Clem Burke together.
Right. See, that was what I was going to talk about.
The International
I asked him,
Swingers.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly, the International Swingers.
It had James. It had James. What's his name? James. From Generation X.
Tony James. Brian James?
No, James.
It's either Tony. I always get Tony James and Brian James mixed up.
Yeah. What the guy from Supernaut? Gary Twin, Glenn Matlock. I met Glenn Matlock. Got my picture taken with him when they played. But he had trouble in being. I don't know what he's in the band, the official bass player of the band. But when he's always in England. I mean, he never. And that band, I guess they formed over here.
Well, I was always a big Peter Case fan, you know, before the Plimsolls.
The Nerves.
He was in that band, The Nerves, with Paul Collins, and that they did this song originally. That they wrote this song, and
that's I seen the International Swingers play "Call Me."
That's not the one. This is the one I'm going to play. But see, I've always wondered, how did you guys get this Nerve song? I mean, did they open for you guys in the early days or something? And I asked Clem, you know, so how did Blondie come to cover that song? You know, you guys, and he's like, that's just our song. And I asked him 3 times, but did you did the Nerves open for you guys in a tour or something? He's, that's just our song. And yeah, but how did you? And he just wouldn't answer me. I mean,
but that's our song.
He didn't want to commit to that song.
So who wrote it? You know, did those guys write it?
Actually, that's funny. It wasn't Peter Case and it wasn't Paul Collins. It was the third guy that wrote that song. I forget his name.
I want to do a song. The Rubber City Rebels. Do you remember them?
Yeah, of course. We played with them in Long Beach.
They did a cover of The Nerves. They did a Paper Dolls.
Right on.
I want to do that song, a heavier version of it. I've been practicing that song for a few years now.
Well, I'm looking for a band right now. We could do it.
We could do that song. It's a good song because
you're a drummer though, aren't you?
No, I'm basically I do drummer for health and for fitness. I
saw a picture of you with
I'm a guitar
drums.
player. Yeah, I sometimes set up. I have a drum set. I got a nice drum kit. You know, I love playing drum. I'm a shitty drummer, but I think I'm great in my own mind when I play. You know.
This is a song by The Nerves that Blondie covered.
Okay. Crispy, crackly vinyl, Dan.
Hey, it's like morning cereal.
Yeah, I know. Snap, crackle, pop, man. I love it.
I'm in the phone booth, it's the one across the hall. If you don't answer, I'll just bring it off the wall. I know he's there, but I just try to call. Leave me hanging on the telephone. Leave me hanging on the telephone. I heard your mother, now she's going out the door. Did she go to work or just go to the store? All those things she said I told you to ignore. Oh, why can't we talk again? Oh, why can't we talk again? Oh, why can't we talk again? Leave me hanging on the telephone. Leave me hanging on the telephone. It's good to hear your voice, you know it's been so long. If I don't get your calls, then everything goes wrong. I want to tell you something you've known all along. Leave me hanging on the telephone. I had to interrupt and stop this conversation. Your voice across the line gives me a strange sensation. I like to talk when I can show you my affection. Oh, I can't control myself. Oh, I can't control myself. Oh, I can't control myself. Leave me hanging on the telephone. Hang up and run. Oh, hang up and run. Oh, hang up and run. Oh, hang up and run.
what's up?
Okay, that I was just trying to look up. I got it. It bugs me when I can't remember some musician's
I'm telling you, it was
name.
Tony James.
Tony
Guaranteed.
James was the bass player.
No, he was the guitar player.
No. Tony James was
Guitar player, Generation X.
Generation X. Okay, Tony James was the bass player. The guitar player.
The Damned.
Fuck. I hate that one. Well,
Brain fart.
James, but
I
the
always get
James from
Tony
the
James
International Swing, he joined. That he did.
That was Tony. That was Tony James. I'm pretty sure.
Later, it was later. James, blah 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 blah, and he was in a couple bands, but he's like an all-star guy.
If Joey or Steve-O calls in, Joey would know.
Yeah, where's Joey? Where's Bill?
I don't know where that.
Bill
dude
and
is.
Joey are brothers, right?
That's correct.
They're full-blood brothers. Same mom, same dad.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, because Bill was the first person I met. He was the first person I always talked to and everything. Back in those days, I remember that gig at the DES Hall at Chino, and Bill had black and white
Yeah,
makeup.
I painted him up like a court jester. That
Yeah,
night.
you court Chester. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good show, man. Who else played that? Was Kent State or
Kent State, the Targets.
oh the Targets? Paula Pierce from the Pandoras. Yeah.
And there was one more kind of modish band on there. I forget. I had that flyer on my page.
Was it that one with was Johnny
For the
Boogie
Pranksters?
John?
I think it was the Pranksters. You ever remember? I don't know.
Or something like that, yeah. That was a good show. That was fun. That was like, God, that was what, 80, 82?
83.
83? Yeah. What are we listening to next, Bill? I mean,
What now? Why do you call me?
Why do you keep calling him Bill?
Bill, not the singer, Bill, but I keep thinking, because do you know Bill Berrigan, the drummer?
No,
You guys never hung out?
no.
Oh, okay.
Bill Plaster from Dr. Strange.
Bill, why don't we get him in here to spin records?
We could. I could make that happen.
Why don't we bring Bill in tomorrow?
He's not a hot chick, but I could.
He's got a hot chick living with him at his house, right across the street. Why don't we have Bill Plaster and make it another Hot Chick Friday, huh?
Okay, I'll go by his store and ask him.
Yeah, tell him I want him to spin, bring some vinyl in, and we're gonna keep doing this. And then resume before we resume the regular program.
No, Bill's a great guy. He'll let us go by and actually borrow some vinyl.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Stiff Little Fingers. I got a story for you.
Oh yeah.
Story time.
Okay. I saw them. I was at Jonesy's Jukebox. Steve Jones was at this Harley Davidson shop, and they were doing, KLOS was set up and was giving answering quizzes, rock quizzes.
I love the Stepmothers.
Yeah.
Not that Steve Jones.
Not that Steve Jones. So Jonesy, he was asking, okay, what was the blah 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 blah, the Sex Pistols, blah blah blah, and it was the Professionals. Yeah, what band did Paul Cook and Steve do after the Pistols? I said the Professionals, and I won tickets to Stiff Little Fingers, which we're gonna play, and I've never seen them live.
Do you know the gist of that record cover? You know what's up with that record cover?
This is the first. Wait. Do I look at it different?
Yeah, if you hold it sideways like this, you can actually read that it says "Nobody's Heroes." You have to look
Oh
closer.
wow, I could see it from over
Oh
here.
my God, it's stretched. I thought it was a scan, like a price code, a barcode.
Nope.
This is genius. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I had a teacher that would do that with my
Oh
homework.
my God, I could read it. Nobody's Heroes. Look. Okay. If you look at the camera up here, and then you go. Anyway, I saw them at the House of Blues. Me and my friend Laffy Pants. He's the drummer for Radioactive Chicken Heads. We went and saw all original members, Stiff Little Fingers at the House of Blues, and they were fantastic.
In L.A. when it was open, or
The new one.
Back when I was younger,
1978, you guys.
never listen to a word I say.
are just the records that were on top of it that I could find.
That's where all my records are, in storage, my storage unit. I was going to go there and grab
Another song.
And that was Stiff Little Fingers here on Chaotic Radio on the Jeff Sargent Show. We'll be back to our next week program, depending on when Janky comes back. I'll find out today.
Yeah, let me ask you one thing, Jeff.
Yeah.
Where do you go when you want a nice, fine glass of wine and a good cigar?
Well, when I want to kick back and enjoy myself on the weekend and maybe some live music, I head for the train tracks. The train tracks in downtown Upland at the Metrolink station, because right there at the Metrolink station is Pacific Wine Merchants and Cigar Exchange. Okay? That's where you can find a selection of fine cigars in the largest humidor in this whole Inland Empire. I mean, it's such a great place to hang out. Craft beer is served from all our local breweries, wine from all over the world. You know, Pacific Wine Merchants and Cigar Exchange. Live music, man. You get these live music on the Friday and Saturday nights, man.
Yeah, this weekend they got the guys from Fishbone playing.
Yeah.
Oh, we met those guys in Chicago in
Yeah?
1985, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're cool guys.
It's a great place. That's where I think I'm going to go smoke me a fine recluse cigar. Maybe I'll get one of them flavored ones, you know, because I just sit there like Hannibal from 18,
Yeah.
try to get my plan together, you know.
Yeah, you're a fruity guy. You like fruity beer.
I like my fruity strawberry beer.
cigars.
I like the strawberry one. And then they got this chocolate, the peanut butter cup and chocolate beer. I put in the strawberry beer, and then I take the chocolate and I mix them together. And it's a peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, thanks for letting me share. I'm going to share that at my next NA meeting.
Yeah.
Since I don't do AA, only NA.
I will go there and have a San Pellegrino.
But you know what? I'm hungry for a breakfast sandwich.
Me too.
You know where you got to go, Bill?
I'm Mike.
I mean, Mike.
Guy called him Bill again.
Well, okay. Just punch me next time I say that word, that name. You are not Bill. You are not the singer of your band.
But who are you think you keep calling me Bill? For
You look
what?
like Bill Berrigan, man. He's a drummer for
So am I.
Well, that's why. I think you guys got the same parents or something. Or
Bill who?
Bill Berrigan. He drummer for Human Therapy.
Oh yeah, I remember those guys. We used to play with them a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mike, if you want to, we could go there after the show.
Yes.
But New York Bagel Company, right up the street here on Archibald and Foothill,
yes.
have the best bagels. They actually import their water from New York.
Remember we told that
Yes.
yesterday? And I mean, not from the gutters of New York. I'm talking like Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls.
Slowly I turn.
Slowly I turned, and I poured the water to mix my bagels. And Jamal, he's the great guy. He'll make it custom. And he's honest with you. If he runs out of New York water, you don't get a New York bagel, do you?
No, because I ordered a couple plain bagels, and he's like, Don, I don't think you want those. I ran out of water, so get the everything bagel. And now I'm hooked on the everything bagel. So.
Mine is the blueberry. God, I love that blueberry bagel, man.
Remember yesterday?
It's got that little snappy blueberry flavor.
Remember yesterday? Kim said Raymond invented the everything bagel.
Yeah.
Raymond invented, and it passed on to other bagel companies. So Raymond, we want to thank you, Raymond Centeno, for creating that bagel and spreading that recipe among other bagel companies.
Spreading the love.
Especially New York Bagel Company on the corner of Foothill.
And Archibald.
Foothill and Archibald.
Maybe I'll go there after the show.
We're going to get the breakfast
we can do
sandwich.
that.
I want the sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich on a blueberry bagel. That's New York bagels. Ah, nice. Nice. What other delicious vinyl you got for us? Okay, we got a story
Don't eat
here.
the vinyls.
Okay, Mike.
I've known you for a long time. You've never called me Bill.
I almost called him Bill again.
You've never called me Bill.
Oh, God. Okay. Psych, Mike. Psych, Mike, Moses Sosa. Psych, Mike, Sosa, Mosa.
That's what Greg from Sticky Dog always called me, Psych Mike.
Yeah, Psych Mike. Okay. I picked up this record. I saw this record. It was like a backyard, this garden thing. Picture with this green tone to it, with a soft focus. And I thought it looks like Noel Gallagher or something. I see this picture. It looks like the guys from Oasis. And I said, that Noel Gallagher? No, it's you with all this hair, dude.
Yeah, that was like 1988 was hippie time.
88. And
Well,
the other guy looks like Jack Ladoga from Tender Fury. You got those. That was the year, I think, that's when Tender Fury came out too, right? You guys both put albums out around the same time.
I'm not not sure.
I
but,
think so.
see,
I
this-
think I'm sure.
This band was
And it's you. And I turned the record around, and it's called Things. This is a whole 12-inch album with 10 songs on it.
well, okay. My buddy Roy was in this band as a drummer, and their bass player quit, and I had just joined Mad Parade, so I was in a band with the bass player and that other guitar player right there.
Yeah.
And I said, why don't you ask those guys to be in your band? And so they joined. Well, then Roy got recruited to be in Red Cross.
Oh, wow.
So then, and it was funny too because the McDonald brothers, Roy's last name is McDonald. So then there was 3 McDonalds in Red Cross. That's kind of funny.
Oh, wow.
But,
and only 2 of them are related?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when Roy left, they had the studio time for this booked at Epitaph. So they asked me to learn the songs. I rehearsed with them like for about a month, 4 or 5 weeks, and then we went in and recorded them.
Now, did you play live shows with these guys?
Yeah.
You did some live shows?
Yeah.
Oh, like what gigs? What venues were you playing? What?
They played those. They were kind of more of a psychedelic band, but then when I joined, I kind of hardened it up a little. I mean, it made it with the punk drummer and the psychedelic band. It kind of got a little more aggressive, but like the Lhasa Club and stuff like that.
Oh, I remember that place. Yeah. Now we got who's Brett Gurwitz?
Who's Brett Gurwitz?
Yeah.
He's the guy that used to own Epitaph, right?
Oh, that's the owner of Epitaph Records, and that's why he produced you guys.
You know, Brett is in Bad Religion, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, well,
Wow, there's a lot of things I don't know. Come on, I'm just a 50-year-old guy who knows nothing.
yeah, Brett's really cool. I saw him at that Inland Invasion, and he's like, "I know you," and we
Yeah, you know me. You produced my
he
album.
knows a lot of people.
Oh my God, what song are we going to listen
Okay,
to?
the first song I'm going to play
Under Her Spell.
The first song I'm going to play was a song from I was telling you, I was in a band with these 2 guys, with Bob and Larry.
Okay.
I was in a band called The Charming Colors with them before I was in Mad Parade.
Okay.
And this is one of the songs that
What song is it?
Here Comes Her.
Oh, Here Comes Her. That's on other side. Side A, and this is the other side. A #1 song on this vinyl album.
Well, there goes my baby. Well, she leaves me now at no shame. She's got diamonds on her boots. She's telling me what to do. Sometimes when I'm with her, I feel like I'm by myself, and the feelings move right through me on their way to someone else. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Well, there goes my baby. Asking me now, and you know it's a shame. She's looking way far away. We don't feel very sadly. Well, just 'cause she don't feel it doesn't mean there is no pain. And the ones who left the love are ran.
Oh, Skip.
Oh, oh. Oh, oh.
Okay, there's got to be another song here. Let's play something from the other side. Flip the record over. Let's
tell
talk
you though,
about
see,
this
now,
song.
I was in that band. Now, interestingly, Bob and Larry and I were in that band, Charming Colors, before I was in Mad Parade. But that song that we just played was written by George Woods, who was in Cheeseburger.
Oh my God! Yes, man! Oh, dude!
You know, George,
I am such a
Cheeseburger
big-
with my old buddy Scott was on drums.
Life on the outside ain't what it used
So
to be.
the guy from Cheeseburger wrote that song probably in
a tiger, baby.
1979, 1980. You know,
I'm a tiger, baby. How long has Cheeseburger been around?
I don't know, but I'm saying that song was in the band I was in with George in 1980 called Charming Colors. George from Cheeseburger was in that band with Larry and Bob.
That
and
is
myself.
great. George, I love Cheeseburger. Is one of my favorites. As soon as the Super Jail came on
Really?
on TV, and I watched their videos. Is he the redhead guy?
The skinny guy.
The skinny
I
guy
don't know if he
at
has red hair. It's
Cheeseburger?
kind of brownish, reddish. I guess.
He's the guy. I'm a tiger, baby. And they have you.
He's
you
the
know all
guitar
their
player.
songs?
No.
Oh, and dude, watch their videos. I played Cheeseburger on here before. Remember?
Oh
Dan?
yeah, Jeff loves Cheeseburger.
And they just do that song "Super Jail" for the cartoon on Adult Swim.
Yeah, I'm glad George is still working. He does pretty well. I heard he was sitting in with who was it? But yeah, he's still in
the
biz
guy's
now.
very entertaining. He writes great songs, just full of energy. I mean, this guy was perfect for doing the title song for that cartoon.
Okay,
Bob Weir, isn't that Bob Weir? Isn't that the guy
That sounds
from
like Grateful Dead.
that Grateful Dead, man?
Yeah.
How'd you
well,
get a Grateful Dead member in your band?
That's just his name.
A different Bob Weir, obviously.
We used to pronounce it because the Bob Weir in the Dead is EIR, right?
I'm not sure.
Well,
man.
his is IE, so we used to pronounce it phonetically Y-er. So he's Bob Wire.
Bob Wire. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Now, Stephen Crabtree and Larry Klein. Who's playing the lead guitars on here? They switch off.
Larry's the lead guitarist.
Larry?
He lives in Pakistan now.
What the hell is he doing there?
I don't know. I don't know the exact story, but
Wow.
I see him on Facebook, and yeah, it's a trip.
It must be a job he has over there, a high-paying job.
I don't know. He was a chemist. You never know.
Aha! He's making explosive bombs for everybody.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah. Okay.
so yeah, I knew those guys in the 1980, 1981, and then shortly afterwards I joined Mad Parade, and they got in this band. But okay, what do you want to hear? Do you want to?
I want to hear something on the
Do you want to
flip.
hear the best bass player I ever played with? You want to hear some Bob Wire bass?
Yeah,
riff?
yes, I do.
Okay, I think that was under spell.
Which one's Bob? Okay.
What song? What song is that?
I want to hear something on the other side. Is there something good on this side? Who'll jump the gun? Is that a good one?
Under Her Spell. That's the one.
Under Her Spell.
That's the bass line.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the quickest tune, but I mean, just dig the bass. I mean,
Yeah, I dig the bass. Dan, have you ever been under her spell?
I still am. They've been married for 25 years.
We don't have to name. It could be anybody. Here we go. This is what I love about vinyl. Queuing up.
is it the last song?
Queuing up the. You know what? Why don't I put a little hose clamp on there with a tab? Well, I could solder a. Wrap a tape with a piece of plastic fork on there so we could lift up the turntable, the tone arm. Here we go. I'm
That's
under
my
her
Ringo
spell.
beat right there. That's
Are
my
you?
Ringo beat.
Oh, I love this bass.
Just dig it. I mean, he goes off. He just goes off.
She's not the kind of girl
See, they kind of have that psychedelic feel.
She's not the kind of girl who doesn't know what to do. And you know, she'll tear you apart. And you know, she'll break your heart. And I know, you knew it right from the start. said she's out painting the town in fancy free. And you know, tear you apart, and you know, she'll break your heart, and I know you knew it right from the start.
Here he goes. Here he goes. He really went out right there, huh?
Wow, he went off on that bass, man. And I can totally see it. You play the song, I will be under her spell, whoever she is.
At night, she's a demon in disguise, hanging out, breaking hearts, and telling lies. And you know, she'll tear you apart, and you know, she'll break your heart, and I know you knew it right from the start. And you know, she'll tear you apart, and you know, she's gonna break your heart, and I know you knew it right from the start. And you know, she'll tear you apart, and you know, she's gonna break your heart, and I know you knew it right from the start. And you know, she's gonna break your heart, and I know she'll tear you apart, and you know, you knew it right from the start.
Wow, that was some good stuff right there, man.
I like that. I mean, just
Wow, that
his-
bass line, that was just, and then surprising you. You know?
he's
Yeah,
up.
that just that's a good song because the mood and the way it rolls as you are getting put under her spell. That's
Yeah,
a
it's-
really groovy tune.
It's a little bit faster, but another great bass player is guy, I don't know his name, but Primus.
Oh yeah, the theme for South Park.
Yeah,
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 but-
he's good, and he sings while he plays bass, and he just, I mean, there's more bass than there is guitar.
Well, they're a goof band, though.
Yeah, but they're good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and go, babe, I'll be like, I'm under her spell on this one, man.
Yeah, no,
What
that's
do you think?
serious.
One more. This is my favorite.
Yeah, let's hear one more from this group called Things.
No, that's serious stuff.
Things. They're called Things.
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 I've got things.
Oh, attention, announcement. Kim Kendriva is up. She is listening to the show. How dare you, Kim? Get your ass down here. Save the show. Help.
Pulled out, hung up and left for dead. Fell down, held down. This time I've lost my head. We do, thinking it's alright. It's alright. vanished from her sight. Remembering what was said that night.
Something, you know.
Whoa.
Whoa, ouch, just scratched my fucking neck. Ow.
What? I can't hear you.
Yeah, well,
Ah. Hey, Mike, this Bob guy is incredible, man. Those
Yeah.
bass lines, the bass, it just.
I was in my first punk band with him and a guy named
Damn.
Andre. We played Ramones covers, and that was like probably
This
1980.
is tight. It's a good. I like the production. The guy mixed this record really good.
Yeah,
man.
Brett's great.
So
What
how
a
many
great
bands have you
sound. I
been
love
in,
that
Mike?
band.
I did a count, and I had it on my Facebook a while back. I mean, you could probably search it, but yeah, quite a few. But just it was weird. In the last 3 years, I've been in like 8 or 10 bands. It's
Wow.
really weird. I mean, counting Sham and I was in Fred's band, the Hoodlums, to open for Agent Orange and
Yeah,
Blanca.
I got that. I have that single. I have that 45.
And then I was in I forget what that I did one gig with it, or 2 gigs with this band because their drummer and we opened for Barbed Wire Dolls. And
I love
the
Barbed Wire
characters.
Dolls. I love Isis Queen.
Well,
man.
see, you know the guitar player for Barbed Wire. Well, she's not in the band anymore, but Remington Pierce, she was the bass player on that Sham tour. She came from Florida. They had to get the whole rhythm section was American. The British guys came over and they had an American rhythm section. So I met her, and she ended up after the Sham tour being in the Barbed Wire Dolls for a while. It was great.
Because I remember they had just one girl, a musician, then they have 2. They got a bass player and another rhythm guitar player girl.
Yeah,
Besides the other guy.
yeah, that rhythm guitar player that was Rem. She's great. But we were talking about a minute ago. I digress. The bands I was in, yeah, I've been in so many bands in the last. Just
I remember Fred gave me that single, that Hoodlums record.
I'm looking for another one now.
Was
Sticky
that-
Doll was the last one, and I mentioned them earlier. You know, we did that.
You know what? You've been on a lot of different vinyl records, man. That's what's cool. I made one. I had one record. I made one.
Here we go.
One vinyl record. I got to get it in here and spin. I want to spin it on the turntable instead of playing it off of the computer. But yeah, I mean, to be on so many different collectible vinyls, man. We lost count. More than on one hand.
You could look it up on my page or whatever. It's look up, type in at the beginning as a search or whatever. You can. I could do that on my phone in a minute. Maybe when we're looking through it, I'll have the answer after the next song, maybe. But so this was the most recent recording I've done.
Do I look up where do you have a list of all
Okay,
your-
well, at the top of the page, you could type in how many bands. Type in this field right here.
Yeah.
Just
how
type
many
in
bands.
bands. It'll
How
show
many-
up.
Right. How many bands? Right. How many
How
bands?
many? I can't type that fast. Okay.
Dead air. Dead air.
You want to play a song while we're looking that up? This
Play a
is the-
song
Yeah,
while I'm looking this
yeah.
up.
This is
Otherwise
the
we're gonna
most
have dead
recent
air, and I'm
Mad
just gonna
Parade
go
recording.
bonkers here.
This is
Yeah,
the most
hopefully
recent
it's
Mad
like a
Parade recording.
5-minute song.
Okay. Oh my gosh! Wait, that one is gold.
Gold vinyl.
It's mixed gold. Look at this. Show it up to the show that to the camera right there. Look at that.
Oh, it is gold.
It is fool's gold, you fool. You stupid fool. Here we go. It's called Gangsters. Yo, what's up, y'all? We're going to play this slow jam, fast jam. We're going to play it. No, this is about the real gangsters from the 40s. I ain't talking about the other.
Big Farm is the gangster.
Big Farm. Pharmaceutical.
It's quite clear that there's a problem here. Our imagination in constant fear. All alone with nobody. You say you don't feel like you used to. I struck a little match and the fire burns you. Try to talk, try to tell somebody. We know all about it. If you still doubt it, that's a shame. Maybe I'm going insane. Here they come, gangsters, one by one, gangsters. Neurotic, psychotic, what difference does it make? No rest for the wicked, but this pill will make you shake. All alone, with nobody. Waves of fear engulf your very soul. Now tell me who in the hell cuts me in this role? Right now, I'd rather be anybody. Now ain't that funny? We know all about it. If you still doubt it, that's a shame.
was the latest single from Mad Parade on gold vinyl 7-inch record. It was called Gangsters. And it looks like, I think it's all about the pharmaceutical
the
gangsters, you know?
how they want to they don't want to cure, they just want to
Keep you sick and buying their products. That's what Big Farm is today. We don't want a cure for anything. We want you to stay sick so we can make money till you die.
Yeah, being a Kaiser patient.
Yes.
The doctors are so willingly to give you whatever medication you.
Oh, because they don't want to deal with your ass.
Yeah, I know they don't.
They don't care if you. Oh man, that means we got an operation, put new guts in them and everything, and
We'll just
give them
take
pills.
2 of those and
Just prolong them till we'd just rather have you die on it than do surgery and try to fix you.
Do you want to play anything off of that?
Yeah, I sure do.
Well, this one right here, the Lower Cross Brats covered, and it was in a porno movie. And we actually got residuals for this song being in a porno movie.
Wow, that's great.
what a great way to earn money.
Holy ejaculation, Batman. I'm getting another residual. Every money shot.
What's the name of the song?
Sex and Violence.
Sex.
Whoa.
Take one step.
This is one of my favorite tunes from the band. Billy Legends. Okay, let's start. Okay, go on. This is what happened.
It's the real show. It's the real show.
That's the end of that song.
Show.
What is the real show?
Show.
Here we go.
That's my other favorite song.
Next.
You should just played them both then, huh?
In this hole, I'm all alone, staring at the picture tube. My mind was vision, broken vision, some broken hope. Hey, look at me, did you think that you would see my faults? Take one step closer, a little closer, and read my thoughts. Sex, violence. Sex, violence. Backseat, automobile, private lesson in lust. There's no more secrets, no haunting secrets, just mistrust. Yell it out, scream with pleasure, but don't put up a fight. Here comes that moment, the treasure moment, the passion for life. Sex, violence. Sex, violence. Spitting blood, you got your face in the mud. Talking you to penetrate. Humiliation, aggravation, the quick tie. Yell it out, scream with pain. The battle was fought, you lost. It's only violence, sex and violence, untie knots. Sex, violence. Sex, violence.
Dutchie is in the house. Hi, Dutchie. Oh, okay. Oh, we don't want to know because we're going all over the world and everybody will know. Okay, call up 909-360-8330 and let's play Where is Dutchie? Call in the station if you can find out where Dutchie is. You can win a free prize at Dan's expense. Okay, that was a great song. That's one of my favorite songs. I also like my other favorite song was the one we had a little yeah. Yesterday we played One Tin Soldier, a Real Horror Show. I like that one. Can I listen to Court Jester, please?
You like that one?
I want to hear that one. It's been many, many years.
That's the first song, right?
Yeah, first song on side A. So he's flipping the record over. And we're going to play track 1, Court Jester. You dressed him up. You painted his face like a court jester at that one gig.
Yeah, the BS hall, yeah. Oh, this was fast.
End of one song straight into another. Let's keep it going.
Misconception, always lonely, lost without any direction. Oh, is it me facing the crowd? Is it me facing the crowd? Yes, it's me facing the crowd. Oh, they all look the same. Hear the lion, with no lack of belief. See them crying, trying out hard to feel the sea. See them running, but there's nowhere to escape. It's a brainwash. You better wake up before it's too late. Oh, is it me facing the crowd? Is it me facing the crowd? Yes, it's me facing the crowd. Oh, they all look the same. Let's go! Oh, is it me facing the crowd? Is it me, facing the crowd? Yes, it's me, facing the crowd. Oh, they all look the same. 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 Yes, they do.
They all look the same.
Yeah, they do.
What are we talking about, Dan?
I don't know. Everybody
What looks the same?
I don't know, but
Man, that's such a great album, man.
yeah, I enjoyed it.
You know what I appreciate about you, Mike, is that every song I've heard that you've played on vinyl, the only songs I've heard you play were on vinyl.
Jeff, you got his name right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Psych Mike Sosa. Yeah, you know, you all these great songs, man. You know how to pick. You know how to pick them. They just know how to pick the drummer. I mean, it's just really cool how you just fell into all these different.
Yeah, I'm looking to fall into another one right now. I mean, like I said, I was just in the band Sticky Doll, and that band I was looking up, I found with what's his face? They were called Revenge of the Confused. I was in that band.
Revenge of the Confused.
I was in that band for like 2 or 3 shows. We played it characters with the barbed wire dolls. That was fun.
Wow. I mean, even a play. I mean, even if you can't count on all your hands. I mean, it just goes on forever.
Yeah, I've been on a lot of bands.
Live shows that you haven't recorded, but you've recorded. That's so cool that you've participated and been recorded on all these vinyl records, man. And then just to fill in and do a few gigs with these other guys, that you know.
That band I was talking about earlier that me and Bob were in, the bass player, the first punk band I was in, we were called the Mean Franks.
The Mean Franks.
and yeah, it's a cool name, but the funny story behind it, we were sitting in my den where we used to practice when we were trying to figure out a name, and you know, we're bantering back things, and Bob was just being silly, and we were watching MASH, and he's like, "How about the Poor Radars? How about the Cool Hawkeye? And how about the Mean Franks?" And then everybody just like, because Frank was being mean to Radar, you know.
That's a great story. The Mean Frank. Always wonder, you know, I gotta ask bands how they come up with their names, you know.
Yeah, and like it's a friend of ours, Jeff, Eddie Novell, who's with the Flamethrowers. He was also with
It was his birthday yesterday.
Red Brigade. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Red Brigade.
Now, I don't know why
the
it was the same band. They just changed their name, right? Went from Red Brigade to Kent State, or was it Kent State first, then Red Brigade?
No, it was
Kent State first.
It was
right?
Kent State first, I believe, and then they had to change their name because I don't think that they wanted to. We can get Kurt on right now. I don't think that they anybody would put him out because the name was kind of controversial. Because
they had that shooting. Remember when those students rebelled from the Kent State University?
He kept in touch with everybody, and when they did reunions, sometimes it was Red Brigade, sometimes it was Kent State, sometimes it was Red State.
Yeah, Red State. Like, oh my God, that bunch of commies. Oh.
It was never Kent Brigade though.
Kent Brigade. My name's Kent.
I Brigade. Oh, the days.
Which one?
Oh, I see you got Lords of the New Church with Stiff Baiters.
Yeah, that's fun. You want to play something off of that?
I've seen them live at the Whiskey.
I saw them live at PVA.
I saw him.
This was an all-star band because Stiv was from the Dead Boys, and Dave Chirgana was the bass player for Sham 69, and Brian James was from the Damned, right?
Yeah, no, Brian James. Wait, Brian. Tony James. No,
Tony James. Tony James was in Generation X.
Brian, fuck.
Joey said he was going to call in. Joey would be able to correct me on that. I don't know the difference between Tony and Brian. I always get them confused.
Nick Turner on drums. Now, there's a Nick Turner that was in Hawkwind with Lemmy. That was a hip. Of course, he's a lot older than this guy. What do you think of Nick Turner on drums? Did you ever talk to this guy?
No.
Stiv Baders was a friend. Me and my friend, the photographer Tom Jameson, we used to drive him around. And B.B. Buell, Liv Tyler's mom, was seeing him. You know, and we when she come to town, we drove her around in a Datsun B210. Believe it or not, we drove her around. We were like her little minions.
That was her limo.
We were like her minions. We did the same thing with Nina Hagen.
Should we play a song off of that then, or?
Yeah. Okay. Lords of the New Church. What song are we gonna hear? First song. Method to My Madness. Oh, there's always a method to my madness on the Jeff Sargent Show.
I love Steve's voice. Looks like Batman's gone.
That was Method to Our Madness by Lords in the New Church.
Yeah, what should I play next?
What do you say we go for bagels after the show?
I'm game.
All right.
I'm game.
I'm game.
So,
I know it's a
I
tight...
see the security cameras are functioning properly.
Yes, they finally got them all going up again. One was out for a
Okay,
while,
yes.
but yeah.
All right. Thank you, Dutchie.
Well, I got to play these guys. They're just so
okay.
near and dear to my heart. I ought to play them again. I played them yesterday, but
One of my favorite bands from England is 999. And, you know, this Nick Cash is he's a sharp-dressed dude, man. I like he wears the red tie. The guy, he's just a great front man. And I love this guitar player.
yeah, you know, we were touring with them and we were in
Yeah.
San Jose, and for some reason he was pissed off at the club for something, and he stole a mic. And so after that show, he stole a mic from the club. And when I found out about that, instead of Nick Cash, I called him Nick Mike because he stole the mic. You know,
Nick Mike, yeah, stealing that mic. Look at this. This guy looks like Flea. Is he a bass player? Which guy is he?
that's the bass player. Yeah,
The bass player looks like
Watson.
Yeah. And this guy's the drummer, right?
When we met them, the bass player was Arthur from who began the Lurkers. Arthur, he was also, we met him when he was the bass player for The Business, and we toured Germany. Mad Parade toured Germany with The Business.
You got to tour, man. You played all over the world, dude. Why doesn't this guy's an all-star, man?
I know.
It was a lot
Mike
of fun.
Sosa all-star, and I will be honored. I mean,
Well, that's what I was saying. We met Arthur when he was playing bass for the Business, and then he was also in 999. They wanted to do a tour, and we supported them out here on the West Coast, and then we flew out to the East with them as well.
so a lot of this is word of mouth. People just recommend you, and you just fall into these awesome traps, man.
Well, I'm looking for that right now. Again, I need to fall into one more good band to finish it up. I'm thinking for a while there, I was thinking that Sham 69 35,000 people show that might have been the swan song of my career, but you know, because Mad Parade's not doing anything right now. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll get something going again. But I need to play.
I'm doing this silly thing. You'd be good because we're on the same level, you know. On the same with everything, you know. I made that tennis racket guitar. I did that Roger Racket thing back in the early '80s. I got a few more songs, like some silly songs I want to do, like 5 or 6 songs, and do.
I have some songs that I didn't get to record.
Doug Baker, right up the street, up on Euclid there. He said we could record at his house anytime. I would like to do that Nerves song, Paper Dolls. I got that. I've been practicing. I want to redo that song. Rubber City Rebels did it. I want to do it my own little twist, and it's got good hooks in it. And everybody will remember that song.
I love
it's a
the
great
Nerves.
song. Peter Case is a great songwriter, man.
So is Paul Collins.
Yeah. He's the other guy, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Paul Collins beat. Remember he was.
Yes. Don't wait up for me tonight.
Don't wait up for me.
Don't wait up for me. Don't wait up for me tonight. Let's hear some 999.
Which one am I gonna play?
Yeah.
Let's do Biggest Prize. No, what's the one before Biggest Prize?
That's the last song on the album. Okay. The hardest thing is pulling that tone arm. There's nothing there.
Wild, you little wild thing.
on, everybody. Let me get to my microphone. Okay. 2 minutes to break. 2 minutes to break.
Yeah, and we're starting something new here. We've been replaying our shows right afterwards, and we're going to do that again today.
Yeah?
It's got to go through edits.
Right, exactly.
Hey, you know where they got their name from, right?
999 emergency. That's the emergency.
Correct.
I learned it from girls' school. 999 emergency. That's like calling 911 here.
Yeah, but we're going to replay yesterday's show.
Okay, so our listeners, that's why we got to end this right on time so it doesn't screw things up.
Yes.
Well, we got 3 minutes.
We don't want things to get all chaotic.
I could play a
here
3-minute
at
Dead Kennedy
Radio.
song. No?
Hey, next, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm going to still continue playing records because, and if Janky, I'm going to call Janky after the show and see if he's going to be able to show up Monday because I'm going to book some hot guests all the way next week. I've already got next Thursday and Friday filled for surprises. But I got to clear with Janky to see what days he's going to be here. Because he's out there selling oranges on the freeway.
All right.
No, okay, so we'll see you tomorrow. Who knows what's going to happen? All I know is it's going to be fun.
Fun thing.
Fun things. We're going to do fun things. Okay, Mike, thanks for coming on the show for
Thanks
the
for
last
having me.
2 days. And
I miss Kim today.
yeah, we both miss Kim. And you know what? She's all, I'm listening right now. If you're up,
She brought the donuts.
She did, but it doesn't give her a right to sleep in the morning. She has no right to sleep in the morning. She needs to be here if we're going to be.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't even go to work till like 9 or 10 o'clock.
What do I get?
mean,
Maybe I get Julie Simmons in here tomorrow or something. Get myself in trouble. I'll ask her. I'll see if Julie Simmons can come in tomorrow. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, Mark Ford. That's who I was in Revenge of the Confused with.
Mark Ford. What's he play?
He was just singing.
Oh, he was just singing.
All
Okay,
right.
we're down to about 60 seconds. Tune in tomorrow for the Deaf Sergeant Show. Mike Sosa, our special co-host guest, spinning the records for the last 2 days, man. Thanks for coming in and helping out.
Kim was spinning yesterday.
Well, Kim was spinning. Yeah, she took control. But you took control today, and you did a great job. You brought back some great memories and good music.
and played some stuff I never heard that was
Stuff
really
we
good.
never heard that you've done is incredible, man. I'm just great to have you here. All right, we'll see you tomorrow on the Jeff Sargent Show.
Bagel time.
Bagel time. Let's go to our sponsor's house. Bye.